NFL Week 8. This weekend of wideout play left me hanging on the edge of my seat. Them boys down in Miami are truly exciting to watch. The Blur Brothers, a moniker given to them by Yahoo Sports, should be splitting the Wow Wideout of the Week award, if not for the performance by A.J. Brown of the Philadelphia Eagles. The duo set a new record with the most receiving yards by teammates through 8 games, with 1,688 respectively. Tyreek Hill is on pace to surpass former Detroit Lions wideout Calvin Johnson's 2012 record-setting season of 1,964 yards with 2,042 right now. Hill and Jalen Waddle are number 1 and number 4 with 961 and 727 yards. I believe with the way Hill and Waddle are playing, they could set another first by being the first pair to amass 1,500 yards receiving in the same season. Mr. Hill caught 12 balls for 188 yards and had a drop on a deep over route that surely would have put him past 200 yards on the day. Hill did not score, but his partner in crime, Jalen, found the end zone twice on an 8-catch afternoon that totaled 106 yards. I hope the dynamic duo play all 17 games so we as fans can sit and watch greatness unfold. A year after, many, including myself, didn't think Tyreek would produce the way he has after leaving Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Wideout of the Week award goes to Mr. Brown, and we not talking James Brown. Although, the way his feet looked, AJ could have been mistaken for the godfather of soul. AJ had an incredible 6-catch day for 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yes, Brown completed the hat-trick performance. On his first touchdown, he caught a 43-yard bomb between 2 defenders, bailing out his quarterback on a pass that I thought should have been intercepted. The corner, whomever he is, should have been on suicide watch after the game. A.J. Brown caught his 2 other touchdowns on a quick fade, 25 yards or less, in the same spot, right corner end zone, and almost had a 4th touchdown on the pass he dropped. The concentration on each of his touchdowns were remarkable, and when this kid plays like this, I really become enthralled watching him perform. In just his second game back, DeAndre Hopkins put on the clinic. The 9-year veteran caught 12 balls for 159 yards and 1 sweet-ass touchdown. Hopkins caught an eye-popping one-hand catch for 6 points on a stutter route that left safety Harrison Smith looking stupid. Hopkins caught a gamut of routes and appeared to not miss a beat. I love how he got to a defender's blind spot on a comeback early in the game. With him back, the Cardinals could have a chance to make a late-season push to secure a wild card spot in the playoffs. My surprise wideout this season is no other than Alabama legend Amari Cooper. I, like many fans, were bedazzled at Cooper's ability. He checks all the boxes when dissecting the wideout position. After getting traded to the Cleveland Browns, I honestly didn't see him doing what he's doing, especially when I consider how many times he would take plays off in Dallas and still does in Cleveland. But outside of that, I can tell 2 things are certain when observing Mr. Cooper. The first thing is he still takes getting off press extremely serious. When defenders line up press against him, Amari destroys them. It's alluring too. If the ball isn't coming to him, he doesn't play hard nor fast. But when the ball is coming his way, especially when pressed, he transforms into a whole different player. He has put on weight, but during such instances, I surely cannot tell. And he still has another gear as we witnessed on the 53-yard pass where he accelerated past safety and corner for a fingertip diving play. Cooper finished the afternoon with 131 yards with a touchdown on 5 receptions. I honestly had never heard of DJ Moore until I checked the stats gen from NFL.com to see who eclipsed 100 yards receiving. While watching his tape, I can see why I haven't heard of him. He dropped a few balls on what I would consider easy catch plays. And because of this, I thought he was a rookie until finding out he's a 5th-year pro. I'm not one to harp on drop balls. They happen and they're part of playing the position. The catch Moore had to tie the game was reminiscent of the jump ball Aaron Rodgers threw to tight end Richard Rodgers years ago in a game against the Arizona Cardinals that went into overtime. The fingertip touchdown catch of 62 yards behind a Falcons prevent defense that shouldn't have let Moore get behind them was a catch that should be nominated for Player of the Year. He looked explosive on his jet sweeps and outside of his occasional drop. I look forward to more building on his 6-catch, 152-yard performance. Mike Evans eclipsed the 100-yard mark with 123 yards by way of 6 receptions. I'm noticing a few drops this season by Evans, which is uncharacteristic of him. Evans did catch a deep ball showing great concentration, but on similar plays he appears lethargic and makes no attempt to aggressively play balls that are underthrown. Garrett Wilson is another wideout I've never heard of until this weekend. Maybe because he plays for the awful but improving New York Jets. Well, they were awful. Mr. Wilson caught 6 balls for 115 yards with 0 tubs. He looked good on a 22-yard jet sweep, and I'm looking forward to his hard work getting him in the end zone. Terry McLaurin of the Washington Commanders is another wideout added to my list of unknowns. His game did the talking this weekend. McLaurin had a sweet jump ball near the goal of a pass that should have been intercepted. Early in the game, he ran a stutter in route and raced for a 40-plus yard gain. His team isn't that good, so unless he continues to eclipse the 100-yard mark that gets you talked about on this blog, this could be our last time hearing about him. Last but not least, and definitely someone I love watching, Stephon the Man Diggs. Maybe from his time with the Vikings, it seemed as if Green Bay Packers defenders had a vendetta against Diggs. One corner shit-talked him in the tunnel before the game. Another corner tackled him late after he was beat on a stutter go route for 6 points. And we know Diggs' game shut them boys up after he finished the night with 108 yards on 6 catches. His lone score and a team did more talking than his words. Next week, I will have my top 5/10 midseason list ready. Wideouts, let's go. Play fast, finish strong, and annihilate all DBs.